Welcome back to Crypto Learning Community. Today I've got a very special video for y'all, and I'm going to teach y'all how to trade crypto futures. Alright, I'm going to give you the full rundown, the breakdown, simplify it all, and throw in all the nitty gritty stuff that a lot of the other people don't talk about. I'm going to go over how to use different types of orders, the limit orders, the market orders. I'm going to talk to you about how to get around fees, right? This is a huge thing for a lot of people to get out of break even. I've had, back when I didn't know this, I had days where I'd make $2,000, hey, $1,200 went away to fees. That's over 50% of my money. So how to retain the money that you're actually making. I'm also going to show you how to take advantage of free money that these exchanges have to offer. And we're also going to talk about leverage, right? So there's going to be a lot of goodies, so be sure to watch the video all the way through so you don't miss nothing. You're able to walk away with something, hopefully, that can make you some more money. If you like this, like, subscribe, share. Serious trader who brain dumps and gives you all the stuff that honestly I don't find other traders talking about. So without any more of that, let's go ahead and get on into it. So right now I'm using the Weeks exchange. It's an exchange I really like because of the fees. It has really good fee opportunities, and same goes for BreakEven as well. Now, what I'm going to show you on how to do orders, it's universal, right? There's always going to be a long and a short button. There's always going to be a leverage button. There's always going to be an open and a close button, limit, market, and other order button as well. Sometimes they might be moved around. Sometimes they might be in different styles. But for the most part, it's all the same. I will say, because I'm showing you this on desktop, I will say that for phone and other devices like that, it will also vary, and sometimes you won't even have as many features. Like one, for instance, on Weeks on desktop, I can go and edit the position size of an order. But if I were to go over to my phone, I can't modify that order the same way. So I'm actually going to show you live trades and show you, I really want to talk about fees, right? And as we're talking about fees, at the same time, we'll be doing live positions, and I can show you, all that data, right? So as traders, you'll often hear, you want to risk 1% per trade or per day. So that's where these little functions will come in. Sometimes it'll look a little different. I'll show you it on BreakEven right here. And you click over here and press the percent, and then you're gonna make sure this is on P&L USDT. This is really helpful for, like, if you're trying to manage the your risk on the trade. You could either go the route of doing all the fancy math, or you can use this wonderful tool that your exchanges offer. Trust me, it's a lot of math to figure all this out. So let's say I wanted to go long right here, and I wanted to risk $100. Let's see Bookmap real quick. Ooh, I thought that all wrong. I just want to use this real fast so I can have an idea what the markets are telling me. It's currently Friday. New York's getting ready to open, and we're still filling these ladder orders. Still liquidity above. Okay, I feel like the only reason we'd come down is to fill orders to attack these orders above. I just have confluence for that, right? So I'm going to look for a long without even looking at anything else. That's just what I'm going to use for my bias. Let's say I want to target this high up here, right? This is my target. It's where that liquidity is, right? And we even have limit orders up there. What is that? 97,800, 98,000, and 99,000 too. So let's say I want to take a let's use this. I'm going to take a TP right here, and I'm going to take a TP at 99,000 as well. That's how my trade would look. And then Actually, let's bring this all the way up to 99. Let's say I want to put my stop loss behind what's protected. Technically, this is what was protected and it's broken, so that's honestly a little bearish, but let's put it back here. Say I want to do a 3-to-1 risk to reward, like so. And honestly, I'm confident we get an SFP of this low, so that's why I want to give it a little breathing room. Okay, so now I've got my setup, right? I've got my targets. Now to manage the risk. Let's say I'm only comfortable risking $100, right? Let's say I have a $10,000 account and I want to risk $100. I'm going to use the market tool for this example, and we're going to set our stop loss to this price here. So it's the 95,758, and then I really recommend not using like rounded numbers, and I even go as far as putting decimal places. You'll learn why later in the future as you trade. And then our TP is going to be the 998.2. Now, notice these doesn't update until we adjust our position size. Now it's giving us some data, right? When I move this around, so I can risk whatever amount now. I could either slide it over or I could use a quantity. I like to use increments of 3,000s, and even as far as 1,500. So right there is 25, moved it up to $12,000 position size, and now I'm risking $100 on this trade. Now remember, it's a 3-to-1 risk to reward, so that means for every dollar you risk, you stand to gain 3. Risking $100, stand to gain $300. Okay. Let's go. I'm not gonna get off topic. Let's go ahead and just place that trade. And as you can see here, it's updated on Blowfin. Right. Obviously, we're not gonna have time to wait for this trade, and this is all live. So I doubt this is all gonna happen within this minute. I'm actually going to come over to order history, and we can see here our position that we just placed. Now, because I did where's that? Okay, here it is. Because I took a market order, I was charged a market order fee. All right. There's two main types of orders that you're going to want to know how to use: a limit order and a market order. A market order is you're telling the exchange, I want to get in at whatever price. And the limit order is saying, hey, I want to take a long if price hits here. And when price comes to there, the exchange will handle all that for you, and it'll fill your order. Now, for fees, limit orders and market orders are treated differently, okay? I need you to understand that. If we, hold on, let's do, here it is, search. So if I come over here and I just search fees for this exchange. Here, hold on. Okay, I found it. So you're going to go over to Help Center. And then over here, we're just going to search fees. And you should be able to find something on the current fees on this exchange. This one, that's kind of old. Let's see. I'll take off the S. I'll go ahead and check this one. Okay, so this is telling us that for makers, that's whenever a market order is a maker order, okay? Or no, sorry, a market order is a taker order because you're coming into the market and you're just taking liquidity, all right? A limit order is you're making liquidity. You're placing an order in the order books, and you have made liquidity for others. As you can see here, there's more fees for people who just take liquidity. There's less fees for someone who makes liquidity. This can really be game changing, especially if you're on a much larger position size, right? Like it'll really start to eat away at your profits, especially if you're on an exchange like Coinbase or any of these others that just have ridiculous fees. There's also certain types of see, for Blowfin, they had it right here. For certain exchanges, they'll have others like, so Blowfin here has 0.004 for maker and 0.045 for taker, and this is for futures trading. There's also, they have VIP levels, so if you meet these like thresholds, you can even get more bonuses and more fee advantages, right? So that's really nice. Let's go ahead and just close out this trade so I could show you position history. This is where you can see your position's history, but you can also have order history. This is a little bit more of a breakdown of that order. So see how it split it up into 3 here? It's because this was a market order. See, market price right here? And it didn't fill the price until a certain level because it was a market order. Let's see if we could see those fees. How do we... There's a way to hover and get all that information. Okay, I found it. It's under order details, this little tab right here. So we can see here that we opened that long and it cost us $2.39. And then to close the long, it also cost us about the same. Alright. Now you can have, if you're really struggling with fees, I honestly recommend that you maybe don't stop looking at Bitcoin and trading Bitcoin and trade an altcoin, because I've found that you will have better, significantly lower fees on altcoins. That's another nice way. And another way to dodge those fees is use those limit orders. So let's set a limit order real quick. If you wanted to be really quick, you can use this order book. You can just click it and it's going to update this number here, right? In extreme volatility, there's a good chance that this number, the market price, will update to the limit price, and you might not get filled as a limit, but it's definitely possible, and it is a tool. Let's see if I could limit into a short real quick. We're going to do 12,000. Okay, so like right here, it filled me instantly. This might be a good example of that. So I opened a short. And I was actually able to dodge the fee. I placed the limit order just in time before price went and updated to that level, and it filled my order. So I got filled as a limit order, which means a $0 fee. Now here's the tricky part, is dodging the fees on when you want to realize gains, okay? Because if let's say I close 50% of this, and I'm just going to use the order book to get the price. Let's say I'm going to move it into the market. Come on, fill my order. Okay, well I just closed it as a limit order. So when you close as a limit order, that's the other way to dodge the fee. But if I was to just try to close this, alright, now we can flash close it. Let it come down a little bit more, get some money off of this. Alright, so now I flash closed, which is like a market order. We can see here that I did get hit with the fee. Right? So you definitely, when you can, you're going to want to use limit orders. That's going to be really huge when it comes down to fees. There's going to be times where you might want to market in if it's volatile or whatnot. That's up to your discretion, right? It's not every time. It's just like if you have that ability and if you get good at using the order book, you can. There's no reason you can't sneak in as a maker, right, and get that fee advantage. So if you wanted to open up a short position, obviously you can use the short button, and the long positions are the long button. You can, let's go ahead and just jump in another long real quick. Now you do have TPs and stop loss. So stop loss I recommend everyone use, right? This is how you get out of the market safely. If you're not using a stop loss, you are literally gambling. There's no debate on that, right? So let's use that example of 96,000 right here. That'll be our stop loss. You can come over here and press SL, type in the price, and then you can choose. Do you want it to, when it comes to this level, do you want to take out 50%? Do you want to take all of it? Ideally, you're going to want to take out all. And you can move this around, right? You can update this, drag it around, and same goes for target price. Okay? Now, let's show you how to do the limit close to avoid the fees. If we come over here and press limit, and then instead of opening an order, we're going to close an order. This is how you set TPs on longs and shorts for avoiding fees. So we want to target, let's say, this liquidity, 97,781. Okay, and we want to take out 50% of our long. Okay, and then we want to also put another TP and let the rest ride for that 99K level. Front run it, obviously. We'll do 98,932. Okay, and then we put the other remaining 50% of that order. We're going to close that long right there, and you can see here the position size. So we have a 0.03 Bitcoin long. I'm going to close out 0.015 here, 0.015 there. Altogether, that's 100% of the trade. This is good risk management. This is how you trade. If you want to trade any other way besides this, you're going to get burned, especially if you don't have experience. I can't put any more emphasis on that, and I don't want to waste any more time, but you need to understand that this is trading. Until you get experienced enough to manage the trade live and then move your stop loss around and whatnot, just stick to something like this. Okay. Now quickly, I wanted to touch briefly on leverage, right? So right here we can see our leverage button. If we go over to Blowfin, here's their leverage right here, right? So Blowfin offers up to 150x leverage, and then Weeks offers up to 200x leverage. Using leverage does not it does not make you more money. It doesn't. A lot of people have this misconception on leverage and how to use it. I'm not even going to get into all of what they think. I'm just going to tell you how to use it. Okay, leverage should only be used to trade with more money than you actually have. And the only time you would do that is if you don't want to put all of your money in one place. Let's say you want to buy a bunch of spot coins. You could do that, and then you can go try to hedge against the market with shorts, right? Scalping shorts, and you could do that with futures. So you can then, okay, let's use 10x leverage for an example. Now I have a pending order. a lot of times you can't edit orders when you already have edit leverage when you have orders. So we have if we do 10x leverage, we're going to do this as an isolated order. Now I got to readjust it. Hold on. So on isolated here, I could adjust them both differently, but I'm going to use 10x because 10x is easy. If I'm using 10x leverage, that means I could trade with 10 times the money I have, right? So now I don't need to put in, let's say I want to trade with $100,000. Like I have $100,000, I want to trade with that. I no longer need to do that. I could just put in $10,000 in my futures account, and I could put that other $90,000 to, I don't know, you go invest, you put that money wherever else. Now you don't need all that money locked up. That's huge. That's a lot of potential. Now, when you start getting to higher amounts of leverage, say 100x, this is where you'll start getting like liquidation levels. Let's go ahead and just mark it in 100. So right here, it's actually telling us like, hey, here's your potential liquidation level for this high of leverage. Now this can be beneficial if you're bad at putting stop losses. Maybe you want to use a higher leverage and just use your liquidation threshold as your stop loss. So if you're trading with $100 and you get liquidated, you're still risking that $100. That's a really good way to trade too. But that's going to require a little bit more managing and understanding of these dynamics. So right here we can see 96,124 is our liquidation level. The price comes all the way down to here, and it's going to close out that trade. It only is going to cost me, look at this, it only cost me $1 to open this trade. Because I'm using 100x leverage. Right? So I'm only going to, there's not going to be much, but there's a lot of power in this, but you can definitely get burned. So I highly recommend that if you can, stick to 10x leverage. Okay, try not to go over that. A perk to using leverage is, let's say I have my stop loss right here, or like let's say we were trading over here, right? Actually, there was a really good scam week event. This one right here. All right, let's say we were wanting to catch bounce off of this order block here, this large order block. And we set our order at the top, and we had our stop loss right there. We had a preset order, and we're going to target those highs. You know, almost a 3-to-1 risk reward. That looks good. I like it. It's bullish. But what happened? It had one big, quick move. I remember this move. It happened within minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. And when there's this level of volatility, your stop loss isn't going to matter. The market, and these exchanges warn you of this too. They tell you about this stuff. But you're not going to get out of the market right here. It might stop you out over here. Even worse, you might get stopped out all the way at the bottom if there's that much volatility. What that means is if you were only risking $100 on this, and it comes all the way down here, that's now a $300 loss. Even worse if you're not using proper risk management. Let's say you were risking 50% of your account on this trade, right? If it just came down to here, your account's gone. And like, you really got to be careful with that. Get rid of these drawings. Alright, so I think that concludes how to do orders. You now know how to set orders, how fees work, and how to set your stop losses and target prices. That's all there is to it. I mean, the rest is just patience. Like, that's trading is, I would say, 40% patience, 40% your mindset, and the other 20% is going to be technical analysis, like the levels and stuff. Actually, risk management is good too. That should be another fraction in there. Now I'm going to show you a bunch of goodies that stuff like Weeks and other exchanges have to offer. So often, whenever you join an exchange, like through an affiliate link and stuff, or during certain times, they'll have incentives and just activities going on. So for Weeks right now, let's see, they have a welcome bonus for $20,000, and it gives you a month to try to complete that. So I've just started using this exchange, and I haven't been trading too much simply because it's the holidays. But as you can see, I've already gotten $685 just from doing these activities. Okay. Like this one, just transfer money and hold it into your account for 3 days. You get $650 just for moving money on here for 3 days. Then you've also got the futures trading, right? All these activities, you complete these and you'll get really nice rewards. Some of these are harder to complete if you're smaller account size, though, if I'm being honest. But there's no reason you can't, get the $50 on the 1,000. That's free money. Same here. That's a free 1% of your account. So let's also look at, here's another one, trading competition, and all that's through this rewards hub tab right here. There's lots of goodies, and each exchange will often have something like that. See, here's another reward hub. So here's a trading competition. You often have to join these, right? You're not automatically put in. You'll have to be there's a register button here, and you have to press it, and it's like, okay, now you're a part of this activity with everyone else. We also have, here's a little daily spin thing. Another one that you have to join. I haven't messed around with this, but there's free ways to make money, and I used to use these when I didn't have much money. And they were definitely nice and helpful. And I've gotten good things out of them. And now the last thing I want to show you is that it's actually another thing for fees. Is we're able, a lot of exchanges offer fee discounts if you hold their token. Now, how you want to go about buying that token, wait for when it's cheap or whatnot, that's up to you. I'm just going to show you that that's a thing, and they offer that for futures and for spot, and each exchange offers different incentives. Alright, so on the Weeks exchange, if you come over to this little tab here, we have the WXT zone. This is the Weeks token for this exchange. They have lots of incentives for you to hold this token, right? I'm not going to go over all of these, but we'll look down here, and we can see that holding WXT enjoys a 20% trading fee discount on futures trading. I believe there's also for spot as well. This is nice. They actually give you a lot of information on this token, so that's nice. There's no reason really not to take advantage of these kinds of things, especially if like WXT is on it's on discount, right? Like it's just oversold. I'm always like picking up some more. So I really hope this video has helped you on how to trade. Like just getting into things, like, I don't know how far along you are, but don't be afraid to ask questions. I'll be glad to try to help you out. Um, and just stay safe. This is not financial advice. We're all just here to learn how to get out of the 8 to 5, right? I've been there, and if this helped you, share it with someone. Hope you all good luck and God bless.